Hey guys, Clifton Stomel here with Condor Blue. I'm here today to show you guys everything there is to know about our Pixus 6K cage system. Now, Blackmagic has released their most modular and most riggable camera ever, a little square body design that they have finally created for us, those of us who have been asking for it, right? And we have gone ahead and made a cage that takes that extreme riggability and made it even more versatile. I'll show you here in this video our A, B, and C kits and exactly what the difference is between them, as well as a few different configurations on how to make the most out of your system. So let's get to it. Now this thing is feature packed. You're gonna love the front to back, top to bottom, left to right, and even sideways modularity of this entire system. Again, I'm referring to the side plate, which will allow you to actually do sideways mounting when you do need to do, admittedly, vertical video. Now with over 40 mounting points, including NATO rails with safety pins, ARRI style standard rosettes, and ARRI anti-twist mounting points as well, this thing has a ton of ways to attach accessories for you based on how you like to actually work with your rig. And all of this is of course designed with captive hardware, meaning when you go to change your plates, change the orientation, or just add or remove any piece of your rig, you won't lose the screws that hold them to the camera. So no more fishing around for screws or needing to keep a little extra bag. Everything that we have for this rig is designed with captive hardware to make your life a little easier during those swaps. So before we continue, I want to show you guys exactly what comes in each of these three cage configurations. We have a C, a B, and an A kit, and I'll be showing them in that order because the C kit is the most stripped down and the A kit is the most robust and packed with stuff. So starting with our C kit, basically we're rigging out the entire front half of your camera. For those of you who want to keep it as trim and slim as possible, this gives you a pair of rosette mounting points for handles. It gives you the side ribs on the front and the top and bottom plates. So you still have your NATO rail here on the front with the safety pins to keep you from having any accessories sliding off. And the bottom is still flush and flat all the way with lots of mounting points as well. So you can put your quick release adapter for whatever tripod you're using without an issue. It's also worth noting that these ribs are actually interchangeable. I'll show you this on the C kit as well as the A kit at the end so that you can see exactly how different configurations can work with this setup. And so not only are these rosette ribs reversible, so here we have them on front and oh yeah, both of these are in the front, putting the rosettes on the top. And then if you flip their sides, now they're both here, so on the front with the rosettes on the bottom. Now the other cool thing you can do with these, if you would like your rosettes to be at an angle, you can actually take the rosette on the same side where it's straight and flip it up vertically, and then you can reattach it and you'll actually get your rosette offset at an angle. So you can actually have your rosettes angled out here on the top or from the other side on the bottom. And whether they're at an angle or they're straight is simply based on which rosette you put on which side when you actually want to attach that for a straight or angled configuration. Now for those of you who are doing a different kind of setup where you maybe don't need these side ribs and rosettes but simply more mounting points all over the camera, we have our B kit. Now with the B kit, you'll be replacing the side ribs and the ARRI rosettes with instead an extra front and back plate for top and bottom, as well as our side plate. Now when you go to mount the side plate, note that it can be mounted in right side up or upside down configuration, and that is so that you can actually place the NATO rail on whichever side you'd like, whether it's on top or bottom, depending on your need for the kind of accessories that you're going to attach. And as you can see, our top plate is actually perfectly identical front and back. That's part of the beauty of this camera, is it actually has a perfectly symmetrical design left and right. So when we put our top plates on, they actually can be matching top plate front and back, which allows you to do whatever configurations you want with any accessories. If it mounts in the front, it can mount in the back as well. And the same is true of the bottom plate. Again, it's a perfectly mirrored, perfectly symmetrical design. So anything that you're gonna do with your camera, left to right or front to back, you can do, not a problem, exactly the same way. So anything you wanna set up, you can mirror it on this camera with our cage system. Now when it comes to mounting the side plate, it's worth noting that our side plate can be mounted in either the standard vertical orientation where you can read Condor Blue and the NATO rail is on the bottom, or you can mount it upside down so you can easily see your NATO rail going on top and your bubble level on the bottom. This way you can put any NATO specific accessories that you want to mount can go up from above, and then you still don't lose access to your bubble level. Additionally, you can actually flip the plate over, and with these screws completely take the NATO plate off if you want to keep this entire side flat. And on the back side of our plate, for those of you who need them, we have 2 anti-twist pins that are actually stored inside the plate. So while you're in the field, if you find yourself needing some anti-twist pins, you actually can get them on the back of the plate by simply removing it and freeing them up right here. And if you end up with a couple extra ones, you can also store them there, no problem. So for those of you who want to quick adapt between a standard orientation and a vertical orientation, you can just as easily attach a 501 plate to the side here, and using our height adjustable quick release 501 base plate, you can actually quickly snap between vertical and horizontal orientations without any problem. And for those of you who want the most possible options, our A kit has you covered in almost every possible scenario. Now in this kit, you will be replacing the side plate from the B kit with 4 of the RE Rosette side ribs. Now this does give you 4 separate Rosette mounting points as well as 4 NATO standard rib rails that also have anti-twist locking pins as well as the safety pin that depresses on each side as well. So you get a ton of mounting points, a ton of extra features, and you do have the most versatile possible rig. You can, of course, pick up the side plate separately as well, but for right now, I just want to show off exactly what's in the A kit so you understand the difference between these 3 different options. So there you have your A kit. Side ribs, front and back, 4 RE Rosette mounting points, and your front and back top plate as well as your front and back bottom plate. This does also leave open the side of the camera with the native mounting points accessible. However, if you do want inline mounting points as well as a NATO, you will want to pick up the separately available side plate as well, which comes in the B kit but does not come in the A or C kits. And personally, I would recommend getting all of the plates and the ribs optional for this camera. So for the way that I shoot, I like to have options, and I like to have the A kit with the side plate. Makes my life a lot easier and gives me just more options on set. And of course, as a friendly reminder, you are not limited to only purchasing these kits as complete sets. You also have the choice of purchasing each individual piece, so you can build a totally custom kit that's exactly how you want to shoot for all of your specific needs. So feel free to mix and match this however you want for your specific kind of shooting. Now both the front and the back plates, as well as all of the ribs and rosettes, are designed to be perfectly symmetrical on front and back, left to right. This means that the rig weight is cut up to 1/2 of what it would if there was an imbalance and lack of perfect symmetry. And it also makes it a lot easier to actually mount this on a gimbal or an easy rig or a Steadicam or what have you. So this whole system is designed to be super easy to move between different configurations. You can strip it down, take all the handles and things off, and get it onto a gimbal or easy rig without any issue at all. And you can use either or both of our top NATO rails to attach your choice of top handle. Personally, I recommend either using the SanDisk ProBlade SSD top handle, which can allow you to use up to 4 terabyte SSDs for maximum stability and crazy long record times, or our Hollywood handle, which will attach to both of these and have a super easy, convenient, changeable direction back handle as well. For those of you who are doing more involved camera operation that need extra hand points and or mounting points on your rig. And much like our Sony Burano rig, our front anti-twist mounting points sit 60 millimeters apart. So when you attach our anti-twist rod rail adapters, they're the perfect configuration for attaching matte boxes, follow focuses, and our battery plates, which I highly recommend getting the Pro battery plate as well. Speaking of which, While you're running a battery plate on this camera with a large V-mount or gold mount battery, you can also run the standard BPU battery inside the camera. So when you hot swap your larger battery on the outside, the camera will automatically switch to the BPU battery you have installed, and then once the V-mount or gold mount has been replaced, it will switch back to external power. Going into more detail here on the side ribs, all 4 of these are a standard NATO rail with safety pin, as well as anti-twist mounting points and a standard ARRI rosette. So you can attach whatever handles and accessories you want to make it easy for you to use shoulder rigs, easy rig, or handheld setups however you want to shoot. Designed to require as little hardware as possible while still maintaining a ridiculous level of locked to your camera, speed, flexibility, and customization are baked into the very DNA of our Pixus cage system. This, combined with your creativity, creates a Pixus rig with truly limitless possibilities. Once again, this is Clifton Slama with Condor Blue. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and just let us know if you have any other requests for videos you'd like to see from us. At Condor Blue, we believe in giving back to you, our filmmaking family, so don't hesitate to reach out. Once again, thank you guys, and we'll see you out there on set.